What's up, everyone? And today I want to talk about a game that I really have should have started playing a long time ago, but I didn't, and it's been out for a while, and I'm just now getting into it, and I do not regret it whatsoever. I know I've been doing this a lot, where I've been jumping from game to game recently, but it's been kind of a interesting time as of late, where I don't really know what I want to play, or where I don't really feel like playing it as much. But this game has definitely enticed me, and I will see it all the way through. And I'm kind of on the venture to get all the achievements in the game. And if you obviously don't know what this game is The Witcher 3. I will not be showing any spoilers, don't worry. If you want like a plot point of where I am, I'm on the quest. Poetry is the thing, I think it's called. The play is the thing. The play is the thing. So that's where I am right now. I'm ahead in level. I'm level 14. I'm playing on Death March difficulty. And it's been a very good, great time even. It's a lot of fun, considering obviously it's an RPG.
Go.
And it's unique in the manner that because of playing on the highest difficulty, a lot of the stuff that I actually learn or have to take part in game actually has quite the significance in what I do. So a lot of what I have found out is that alchemy is like probably one of the most important things if you're playing on this difficulty. Obviously, there's probably a lot of people who've played a lot of The Witcher who know this already, but alchemy is extremely useful. And these oils and the bombs and understanding the opponent you're going up against and what category they fall into in the bestiary makes a whole lot of difference. You don't really understand it until you're doing it, but like all this, the categories generally have a reason and how you can fight them. And going with that in mind, going about that makes it a lot easier, because you can think about how you would want to face these certain specific things based on other prior knowledge you have. So if you see something that is like a specter, you can be like, okay, maybe it's like a noon wraith or like a regular wraith or a night wraith, and you can kind of act and choose things accordingly based on prior experiences, which is kind of cool. It at least lets you like kind of have to think with your mind. There's also a lot of crafting. I haven't done a whole lot of this, but I know that it's pretty important. You're gonna end up doing a lot of this, and especially later in the game, I already know based on stuff later in the game ends up being rather important here, because there's actually like schools that you can craft gear from. The skills I like as well. Some of them I feel like obviously I'm not gonna use for like my playstyle. Like I don't really do a whole lot of heavy attacks, but I see that I understand that they're here for a reason. But I just don't really use them a whole lot. I use a whole lot of light attacks. That's why I'm going up here in this tier. But I also prefer mostly using signs. I find signs to be rather strong. And so I'm actively working to improve this. I've also dabbled a little bit in the alchemy tab. I find that a lot of these can be pretty useful, especially the potion extending, potion duration and bomb damage increase, as it's stacking on pretty much everything. It ends up being pretty useful, especially whenever you're playing a Death March, and you've got perks like Swallow and such that potions like Swallow and such that provide benefits and will make your run a lot easier. If you haven't played The Witcher, I do highly recommend it. Not everyone will enjoy it, but I do think it is worth the time and investment to get into it. One of the big things, like I said, if you are gonna end up playing on the highest difficulty, Swallow will be your best friend, at least in my opinion. It just gives you vitality regeneration, which ends up being extremely useful in Deathmarch. The only other way to do it is to eat food that I know of, is to eat food. So Swallow ends up being really useful because it's not always you're gonna have food on you, and you're like dodging and doing things appropriately, which I don't feel like everybody's doing or knows how to do immediately. So Swallow ends up being pretty useful, so I do highly recommend that. Like I said, it'll definitely like allow you to do a whole lot more things, and it's really useful in combat, especially if you figure out how to use the dodging mechanic. There are two types of dodges. Let's see if I can go over here to these rounders and show you. Yeah, there's two types of dodges. This is important for a different reason. The main reason is that one dodge is a longer dodge and the other one is a shorter dodge. I can't just show you in regular combat, so I gotta go over here to these drowners, because I think there's drowners over here that are by the water. Yeah. Oh no, there's the bugs. Okay. So you have this dodge, which is like the kind of like a shorter dodge, like if you can just dodge out of the way and immediately repulse the attack. And then you have like the actual like dodge roll. That's more useful in scenarios where, like this is more useful in scenarios where you need to like get like far away from a certain point at a time. And the shorter dodge roll is generally the one I do a lot more of because you get iframes during it. But whenever you need to like you just want to like kind of move out of your opponent's way and then immediately follow up with a strike. There is parrying and like counterattacking where you block right before the attack hits you, block right before the attack hits you, and you will you'll counterattack. That's really useful in the fist fighting mini games that are part of this game. Which, if you play a lot of this game, or if you end up doing a lot of the side objectives in this game, you will do a lot of that. It ends up becoming rather important to do the parrying, because sometimes enemies will not have an opening, and so you have to counterattack to make the opening or dodge, and to quickly make the opening. Another important thing that I would like to make apparent, I don't know, this probably applies to most difficulties, but something that need to be known is that the sign Quen or whatever, Quen, however you pronounce it, with the one I have selected currently, the one that provides the shield. This one is very useful in Deathmarch if you're getting hit a lot. It'll open up a lot of scenarios where you can just take the hit and keep swinging, or just if you were to make a mistake, it'll let you at least survive for a little bit longer through the current standard, because I've had moments in Deathmarch of being 4-shot, and moments of just like being able to take all the beatings I need. But Kin will definitely open that up for you. It is extremely useful. As you can see right there, I've actually got the upgrade so it explodes. Because in like a scenario like this is not exactly the easiest thing to be dodging all these wolf attacks. But you can obviously do it pretty easily if you get pretty good at dodging. But Ken just makes that very easy. The story to the game, like I said, is great. If you've watched any of the TV series, you'll meet a lot of the characters from that. Triss is in this game. Yennefer's a big part of this game. Ciri is a big part of this game.
Come on now.
But yeah, they end up being. You end up spending a lot of time, in this game doing side quests as well. There's a lot of varying difficulties in this game. There's just a story, which is basically easy mode, where I imagine the enemies are Obviously, like I said, very easy. And there's the classic normal, and then there's I forget the one that's like bloody and broken, and then there's death march. Obviously, from what I've heard from other people, the lower the difficulty, the less tools and knowledge you need to have of the mobs you're fighting. And instead you can just attack them flat out, but the higher the difficulty, it becomes more useful to understand and use all the tools at your disposal and have a full understanding of the things you're fighting, which is why after I started playing Deathmarch, I chose to stay on it. But it's been great, you know. The story's been a whole lot of fun. The side quests are actually engaging. I don't feel like I'm doing like what's a good example? Like some of the Assassin's Creed Odyssey side quests, which is a game I played more recently. I don't feel like I'm doing these pointless side quests that ultimately lead to nothing.
Another one. Run along home with the rest.
Sir, show some mercy. We've not got nowhere to go. For us, it's Novigrad or death.
Had enough for you lots. Sod off, or I'll have you skewered.
Well, I didn't intend to run into this, but we can just play it through. I would just say let them through. If they're gonna die.
They seem desperate. Let them through. Can't see any harm in it.
Fucking hell. How many times have I got to repeat this? I've orders to turn back anyone who don't show a pass.
I'll just pay him.
King's a long way away, and your pay's probably meager. Sure we can't make a deal?
Mean to say you're looking to, purchase a one-time pass?
Exactly.
That's a whole other conversation. Way's clear.
Well, there you go. I didn't actually intend to do that, but that's fine.
Thank you. We got nowhere to go back to. Novigrad. That's a chance of a new life.
Stay off the roads. Liable to run into another patrol.
Shan't be taken like that again. We'll be as careful as hares in a field bared by winter. But you was cast in a different mold than us. More like the hero that lies in the tomb neath Crookback Hills. Tomb's in a cave in a hillside. Downwarren's at the foot of the hill. Folks say treasure inside's a sight to behold. Huge hoard. Might find something that suits you. Good luck.
Well, alright then. I'm glad I ran into that. But it's definitely an experience I think if you like story games, you should definitely partake in.
That's it, Roach.
I feel like Geralt and the characters that you meet all have unique personalities that are actually interesting. I'll use Assassin's Creed as another example. I think that some of the characters in Assassin's Creed can be rather dry and uninteresting. And like the side quests go, like I said, a lot of this, like I did a side quest in this game for a fucking frying pan. And I've had side quests in Assassin's Creed that were for people that I was supposed to feel like sad for. That I was like, dude, I have no idea who this is, so why would I care? But you know, you see this. I don't know. It's just interesting how the writing works in the favor of the developers of this game. And so, you know,
Come on.
I definitely recommend that anyone looking for a story game to play or something just to, you know, get invested in for the time being, take a look at The Witcher 3 if you've not partaken in it. Or if you have, you know, maybe it's worth coming back to. There was that new recent update that made it so it goes to next gen with all of the what's it called? The NVIDIA settings, and it playing it on DirectX 12, and the game looks beautiful. But yeah, guys, that's all I really wanted to talk about and say. Like I said, I know that this has been hopping a whole lot of games recently, but this one's really encapsulated me for the time being, so I really want to get invested in it and go through what I can. So maybe probably see me again next week playing the same game. And hey guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great night, great day, whatever time it is for you. I hope 2023 ends up being a great year for you guys. And yeah, don't forget to check out The Witcher 3, everyone. See you guys.